An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. We're scoreless after 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. All day.
Gibson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big stop, let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Take it in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, The front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second down at 4. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Rolling to his right, to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins now. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Lewis Seen. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second down and 3. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A final shot before half for Wentz. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 27. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Gibson again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Wentz. This is the tight end fan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On play action, Cousins. Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
A handoff for Gibson.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Gibson again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. There he goes, left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They'll run with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Wentz to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Back to throw, Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Vikings, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.